Alright.
Alright, hello
Hey
everyone.
everybody, welcome to Bill and Mary Play, the channel that is cursed from the start with technical difficulties.
We've been...
The audio and the video.
Okay, so here we are, we're playing Batman the video game on NES.
So Bill is right now playing it on the Retron 5 by Hyperkin.
That's right, yep.
So, but he's not going to be playing it with the save state tonight, so you can see the whole game.
It's way easier to hook that thing up than it is to hook up a actual NES to this thing.
Yeah.
If we do some ROM hacks in the future, though, that's going to be necessary. It's a dark, deserted city governed by crime and violence. The whole town is now in preparation for the 200th anniversary of the Gotham City Festival. The Joker. The city's evil leader. He has spread poisonous nerve gas all over town and has terrorized the population. That escalated quickly. Vicky Vale, a shrewd photojournalist tracking the poison gas mystery, is endangered many times but rescued each time by, well, while fighting against Joker, recalls him. Who recalls him?
What?
There's some...
Fight against Joker recalls him as the murderer. Oh, Batman. Oh, I see. I didn't read the first part where it said Batman.
Batman.
I think that should have been maybe a comma.
Okay. I mean, this sort of follows the movie, I guess. The 1989 movie, but not super well. All right. Yeah. There's the Dragula, the Batmobile. He's jumping out. He's blue.
Yeah. Batman's blue, Batmobile is green, and the Joker is also green.
I think it would have been very difficult to, I don't know, make black work on the NES. And I know that's why they made Mega Man blue, because there's lots of shades of blue.
Not so many shades of black. If you look at like the background and the bricks and everything here, but then I guess they would have had to do that in a light background, and that wouldn't be very Batman.
Don't walk.
That's why Batman has to punch this guy in the knees, because he was walking in a don't walk.
Yeah, Batman's really cracking down on crime.
He is not a fan of jaywalking. He will punch you in the knees until you turn into a flame.
He doesn't care if there's nerve gas everywhere. Do not jaywalk.
Not cool. Not cool, according to Bab.
Landmine there. So yeah, this is a fun game. It's pretty short. Kind of reminds me of like Ninja Gaiden with the wall jumping and action. Maybe Castlevania a little bit too. I don't know. I mean, there's no wall jumping in Castlevania. But... It's not the hardest NES game, but I wouldn't call it easy, especially the last stage. Jeez.
Yeah, it's still. I would have a very hard time getting through it. I'm not a gamer like Bill, so as you guys will see later on. But it's pretty fun to watch as a non-gamer.
I am not doing great on this level. I think it's because I'm trying to talk at the same time. I don't know. We had a bunch of technical difficulties right before this, and my focus is a little...
little flustered.
I'm a little flustered at the moment.
But we beat the game of getting my computer to work with this thing, so...
There might be a little bit of lag on the audio, so I don't know. That's an ongoing thing. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
This guy's over here smoking a cigarette, I guess. Oh, shit. Alright, there we go.
It's like a surprise.
Alright, here's the boss, the first boss. Remember that part in the 1989 Batman movie where the guy with the jetpack was like shooting lasers at Batman? That was my favorite part.
So what's the technique of getting through this boss? Because you got through that guy pretty quickly.
Stay in the corner, stand in a place where you can avoid those little beams that he shoots out, and when he flies towards you, hit him with the batarangs.
Right.
Pretty simple. Most of the bosses in this game I would say the bosses are not the difficult part of this game. I mean, the Joker's kind of hard, but even he, like, there's a trick that, you know, it's a little harder to do on him than on other bosses. But usually every boss has a pretty well-defined pattern, and, you know, if you know it and know how to exploit it, it's not too bad. I mean, like a lot of NES games, I guess. Alright, I gotta get in the zone here.
Right, so while Bill's getting in the zone, kind of just describe this game. So it's basically, I guess, like a platformer beat 'em up?
It's an action platformer.
Action platformer?
Yes.
I don't know the lingo, everybody, so you'll be learning along with me all my different names for these things that have official names. So I'm still not totally sure what the bees do that you collect in this.
I have no clue.
They're not ammo because there's a separate ammo. Unless they're batarangs? So maybe are they batarang ammo?
No, they're not batarang ammo because everything uses the same ammo.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is. I could probably just look it up on the internet if I really wanted to know, but
Yeah.
I'm
Not,
lazy.
they're not health because the health is their
The
hearts. So I don't know if they're like points.
There's no score.
I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let us know if you know what it is, because
Yeah, like I said, I could probably look it up, but I don't know. I don't care that much.
or you guys can just tell us what it is.
I'm lazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I like this part. It's like inside of a computer. I know that's not very Batman. I know there's no part where he
I think we're supposed to be.
shrunk himself down. Or maybe it's a factory?
They're probably no, it's a chemical plant.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a for the nerve gas.
Axis Chemicals.
Oh. Okay, so it's an actual place.
Well, that's like in the comic book, and that's a thing in the Batman universe.
Yeah.
That the Axis Chemical plant.
Okay.
Oh.
The one thing I think is pretty cool about this is a lot of these jumps look like this one. Like you look like you couldn't get there, so you kind of have to jump down to a wall jump to get the extra distance. So if you couldn't do the wall jumping, you couldn't get very far in this game because there are a lot of places that are inaccessible without the wall jumping.
Like Ninja Gaiden, learning how to wall jump is essential to this game. This game is not nearly as hard as Ninja Gaiden, though. That thing is...
I think it's also shorter than Ninja Gaiden.
It is a lot shorter. This game's not that long.
And a lot of the enemies in this you can kind of entice into self-destructing, like you just saw. You'll see later there's kind of a glitch with some of them sometimes. I mean, the one, I guess, Joker soldier on the last screen or the last stage, you could see kind of jumps into the electricity. So
there's some parts in this game that I still just like, and I don't know, I feel like it's like this with a lot of NES games, but there's some parts where it's just like, I do not know how you're supposed to get hit. Like, there's some parts in this game where I feel like there's just no choice but to take a hit, especially towards the end, which, that, in my opinion, is the main thing that makes the last stage so tough. Is there's just one part at the end where there's just, like, no way to avoid taking a hit. Maybe there's a way to do it, but I don't know it.
I'm sure with a lot of practice, you could probably do it. Now, so when you're on the
this
side...
boss is gonna kill me!
When you're on the corner...
I'm just gonna let it kill me.
Okay, so you could get your health replenished. So yeah, so your health gets replenished, your ammo doesn't get replenished, so if you want to... Like, if you're low on health already, going into a boss, you want to just I mean, at least I would. Just go ahead and die so that you don't waste your ammo and come back.
Unless you don't have any continues left.
Unless you don't have any continues left, yeah. Then you have to do the stage again. But yeah, this has unlimited continues, so... so when you wall jump off the edges of those conveyor belts, they're still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. So it's just the tops of the conveyor belts that'll actually move you. So that's kind of convenient.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Ha 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 ha. Okay. This stage has some of the most annoying enemies I've ever seen in my life.
These jumpy shoulder guys.
These guys. I hate these guys.
One's not so bad, but it gets a little bit ridiculous.
One weird thing to get used to in this game is that there's a little delay on the jump, because if you'll notice when Batman jumps, he like crouches down just a little bit right before he jumps. So it's not like Mario where you push jump and he immediately jumps. It's like a little bit of a delay, so you kind of have to get used to that too. I'm gonna cheat and kill this guy while he's still at the edge of the screen.
I mean, it's not really cheating. That's kind of the purpose of a projectile weapon. So...
The AI's too dumb to come after me. So.
Yeah.
Whatever. I hate this part.
Yeah, see, this is kind of brutal, because you get this little mine thing. And right. I don't think he's affected by the gears.
Nope, he can jump on those all day long.
I think the enemies are just affected by... electricity, I guess, and... pits.
Yeah.
And just randomly disappearing.
Almost didn't make it to the next screen.
Yeah. So one thing for me, like, I can't tell what is safe of the liquids to jump on. Like, the green is obviously okay, but I would think it would be like acid or something.
I mean, this is water, I think,
okay.
But I don't know. I mean, you just have to... Only reason why I know is because I played this game a bunch.
Yeah, I guess you just have to try it and see if you die or not. So I am not from the NES gaming era. I'm not used to the short game that you get the length out of because it's hard.
I mean, I'm not from the NES game era either, really. I mean,
yeah.
I was born in '89. I'm more of the Super Nintendo era. I mean, I was born the year that this game came out.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, like the difficult,
SNES
difficult games like this.
SNES games are kind of like, I mean, a lot of SNES games are like that too. But I mean, I don't know. I got into NES more in college.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's pretty similar. Again, I am not doing so well this time around. I think I'm just flustered from our technical difficulties earlier.
It's alright. You'll get it. I mean, you've got unlimited continues, so just keep trucking on. Man, these guys. I don't know what they're supposed to be.
No idea. I actually don't have to duck to punch those things.
Really?
No, I just end up doing it like instinctively. I feel like you should.
Yeah, it really does seem like you would need to.
Yeah.
This wall jumping part always makes me nervous. I don't know why.
Okay. This part is pretty tough, I would say.
So I guess this is like a cave. But see, that's what I was talking about, where some of the enemies you can kind of induce them into self-destructing.
Well, that guy didn't self-destruct. I killed him.
No, the two little like mine things.
Oh, well, the
that
mines.
pop up.
Yeah, well, those are. Yeah, those come after you and blow up. Okay, like, but this guy right here, there's a tank there, and when I go back, he'll be gone. Oh, actually, no, not that time.
All right.
All right, well,
You're good there.
Here we go. There we go.
Yeah, so see, there was a tank on the left, and it just kind of, it kind of glitches out and disappears.
Yeah, if you go to the end of the screen and then come back.
It's just gone. So those little green things that release the whatever they are, the little robots, do they just have unlimited numbers of those robots that come out?
Yeah.
That's fun.
But it's an NES game. You think
Yeah,
the enemies have limited ammo? No, you do.
No.
They don't.
I guess most games, the enemies don't have limited ammo.
No.
I mean, what would be the point? You wouldn't have much of a challenge. Yep, see, he's gone. May seem cheap, but honestly, if I were Batman and I could make tanks disappear, I would.
This boss is just an endurance round. I don't screw trying to dodge that thing. I don't.
Yeah, see, and like if your health is high enough, you can kill him quickly enough that it's just you can get.
Welcome, Batman. Why don't you look at my latest work of art? Okay. I guess this is supposed to be the museum? I don't know.
Yeah.
This was like, when I was a kid, this was like my favorite movie. Like, I loved this movie. I watched it so many times. This and, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, can't even tell you how many times I've seen those two movies.
Which we will be doing some of those games also in the future.
Oh, you mean TMNT?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. We gotta do Turtles in Time.
See, Bill's even got the cool TMNT lingo.
What, like Turtles in Time?
No, just calling them TMNT.
Oh. Yeah.
See, when I was a kid, we called them Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I called it that too. I mean, I guess when I was a kid, I didn't say TMNT so much, and most people, and most kids I knew didn't either.
Kind of a new thing for the cool, almost 30-year-olds that grew up with the Turtles. See, you've got, I guess that's Joker in the background on the TV.
Yeah, I remember when I was in preschool, there were like two factions of, I mean, not so much the girls, I guess, mostly just the boys, but there were like two factions of boys in the class. Like...
Wait, let me guess, was it Power Rangers
yes.
and Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, and like, you know, I don't know, I felt like the Power Rangers kids were like the cool kids, and we were like the dorky kids, but whatever, like...
You guys were all the dorky kids.
Whatever, like, Ninja Turtles is way better than Power Rangers, I don't... Like, Power Rangers is, like, you can't, like, you try to go back and watch a Power Rangers episode now. Like, it's so, especially, like, the high school scenes, like,
yeah.
So cheesy. Like, go back and watch a Ninja Turtles episode, like, it's good, that holds up. Or, you know, okay, try to watch the Ninja Turtles, except for Turtles 3, that movie sucked. But, still watched it a bajillion times as a kid. But, you know, watch the Ninja Turtles movie and then watch, and I'm not talking about the Michael Bay one, I'm talking about the one from, 89, which
With the rubber mask.
Yes. Watch that and then watch the Power Rangers movie and, you know, tell me which one holds up more.
See, I was a Power Rangers kid. And I think it was just because there were girls in the Power Rangers.
I mean, okay, yeah, the Power Rangers were
There weren't
more
any,
gender
yeah,
equal.
there weren't
It's true. I think there are now. I don't know.
any. Oh, are there?
There might be. I
That's
don't
pretty
know.
cool.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything in particular against Power Rangers. I mean, I'm kind of just messing around. Like, it was, that was a very little kid thing to have arguments about.
Yeah. See, and I think my best friend was a Power Rangers kid. This really was not a thing with the girls. My sister and I just watched whatever.
My mom wouldn't.
But yeah, I think my best friend, he was a Power Rangers kid, so that's why he and I watched more Power Rangers than Turtles. He and I didn't watch very many episodes of Turtles.
I had some VHS tapes when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like my mom for a while wouldn't let me watch Power Rangers because she heard it was too violent, but like it's not any more violent than like Ninja Turtles or
no.
but like she let me watch the Batman movie too. So it was I mean she eventually came around and watched it and was like, "Oh, like this isn't so bad." Like
yeah. I think a lot of parents didn't realize just like how like goofy it is.
Yeah.
Especially Ninja Turtles was pretty goofy.
Yeah. This part is kind of rough. I might have to stop talking here in a minute.
Yeah, but see, we weren't really allowed to watch Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles because it was the same thing where my mom said it was too violent. So.
Yeah, but again, I was allowed to watch the Tim Burton Batman, which is like that's pretty violent.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch that.
It's also just like I don't know, like that's a really dark movie for a kid. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I remember accidentally seeing the one with the penguin as a kid because my parents were watching it and having nightmares about it. So it's probably I don't know how much it was that my parents thought it was too violent. I think it was that they knew it was going to give me nightmares, and they're like didn't want to put up with that, which was smart.
I loved that stuff as a kid. It's probably probably how I could have told early on that I was going to be such a big horror fan.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff didn't bother me. I thought like the dark atmosphere was awesome.
See, and I like mystery stuff. It was just kind of like it was pretty disturbing to me. And I generally don't like that kind of stuff. I didn't really start watching horror until Bill and I got together. And I like it a little more than I used to, but there's still stuff that he has to watch without me or play without me. Like when he first started playing The Evil Within, I couldn't be there for that. I had to go in the other room. It was too much for me.
Yeah, we should do that one.
Yeah, we'll definitely do some horror games.
Five Nights at Freddy's we'll probably do before that.
Yeah, I'm not a big, gore really disturbs me, so I don't really watch a lot of stuff like that. Which kind of stinks because it makes it so I can't watch a lot of movies like, The Thing.
Oh, you gotta watch The Thing. That's such a good movie.
And see, that's what I always hear.
It has such a good psychological element to it.
Right, and that's the part that I want to see. It's just I really don't like gore.
You'll have to put up with it for that one. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I might have to just watch it when I like it. But
one of Kurt Russell's best movies. Well, I guess Big Trouble in Little China.
Which I haven't seen.
Or Big Trouble in Little China, not
Yeah.
Little Chinatown. Sorry. Why am I trying to kill this guy? It's unnecessary.
I don't know.
Ah,
Do they not shoot you?
no. They've got like
Oh.
Wolverine claws.
Oh. So if you just
They're
as long as
really-
you stay out of their grip.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to deal with. They just take a lot of hits to kill. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this boss with the amount of health I have. But I don't use weapons on this boss. This is what I do. I stay up here, he comes up, and there's this thing where as long as you're hitting it, it won't hit you. So you have to tap the button really fast. And I'm just punching it. And that's how I do this one.
So do you have to destroy them both individually, or is it like one entity, the two
No, you've got to get
ice
them.
cube things?
You got to get them both. Okay, so now
Okay.
this one's gonna. Okay, as long as you stay right here. I don't. Oh well, never mind. Okay, see, I didn't have enough health, but this time I ought to be able to do it. See, and like that's another part, and that part in this boss's, I guess, second form, you could call it. I don't know. I don't know how you do it without taking a hit. Like I can do this whole part without taking any hits, but that part, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what they intended
there's
you to do.
There's probably a way, just something you're not thinking of that they intended you to do, but
Yeah, maybe. Oh. No! I just screwed that up. Oh, man. Jeez, this is a bad run I'm having here. Alright, if you go... Ah! Oh, man. Okay.
how many more do you have before you have, how many more baths do you have left before you can redo the stage?
I'm pretty sure it's one.
Oh, our dog woke up.
That's
There's our dog. She wants to cuddle. Because now it's become Bill and Mary and Penny play. Penny's Bill's games buddy. Maybe at some point we'll get Max, our cat, over here.
There we go. Got it. So, we're coming to the final stretch here. The tower.
Yep. I guess this is supposed to be like the church in the end.
The Gotham Cathedral, yeah. Yeah, this stage, oh my god, there's a part towards the end of it that's just brutal.
See, this is why Bill and Mary play is kind of a joke. There are definitely going to be some games that we're going to play together, but a lot of these older ones will just be Bill. And maybe we'll do some videos of me playing just so you can see just how bad I am at this stuff. Like my family had an N64. We got it the year that it was discontinued, and then it took me until high school to finally beat Super Smash Bros. So, and it was only because somebody told me that you could put it on a much easier difficulty.
See, and here, okay, I do not know how you don't take a hit.
Can you wall jump onto the lower one?
Yeah, but
but then you
like
get
you're
hit
still
by
gonna
the gear.
get
Okay,
hit. Like
yeah,
I don't
see. I don't know. It seems like it has to do. There has to be something with the wall jumping that lets you do that, but
They may have just designed this game and just didn't.
didn't give you quite enough space to actually get through it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna die here.
Oh no.
Okay.
I still think it's cool that that he turns into a flame of a bat.
This part is the slog. All right.
Yeah, this is usually the part that takes Bill the longest.
It's just ridiculous.
It's hard, guys.
I'm sure there are people out.
Yeah, I
What?
mean there are
Yeah,
people
but-
that can do a lot of stuff.
That's true.
But
Oh, I was lucky to get a heart there. You have to be like at practically full health by the time you get to that climbing
gears,
part
yeah.
because like you just have to take hits and like see like and man, see that was bad. Still got a heart there.
Yep, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to grab our dog really quick. She doesn't know what a Let's Play is, so
I don't think so.
she's gonna start barking. So I'm gonna get back.
Mary's running across the screen right now, so that's why I'm pausing it.
I'm trying to go fast for your viewing pleasure.
Oh my god, I might make it. You gotta take a hit here. I don't
know. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
take a hit.
I guess. I think you can get it as long as you can get through this last little bit.
This one little jump is pretty annoying. Okay.
Yeah, that seems kind of annoying.
Ah! Okay. There we go.
Okay.
All right. You got to do that. That's how you do it. All right. There's no way because this guy's gonna come over here and just punch the. No.
Oh yeah, there we go.
All right.
Okay, but that's all right. This
guy's not too bad. He's got a pretty definite pattern, and the good thing is that once you beat this guy, even if the Joker kills you, because the Joker is after this, when you make it back here, you just skip this guy and go to the Joker.
Yeah, so it looks like this guy with this boss fight, you just jump over the fireball and batarangs.
Yep, batarangs all day long. Ah. Timing your jumps can be a little tricky because of that little, like...
Because of the delay?
Because of that little duck, and it's all just because of that little duck animation that Batman does before he jumps.
Yeah.
He's got to prepare. He's not like Mario where he's just like, boing! Greetings, Batbrain. Are you ready to meet your destiny? What is he, Darth Vader? Jeez.
It's a thing that you say when you're
you're a villain.
When you're evil.
Yeah.
You just ask people if they're ready to meet their destiny. Or if you're a guidance counselor, I guess.
I guess. Alright, so you gotta stay, like, in front of the gun. Otherwise, he'll blast you with it. You just gotta beat the crap out of him with batarangs.
Yeah, so if you stay close enough to him, you don't get
there he goes.
Yeah, so it's...
Woohoo! Running around. I know you murdered my parents. Now you will dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. And he throws him over the edge. Not quite what happens in the movie, but okay, sure.
Yeah, wait, he just falls over the edge?
Well, he like goes up on the trying to get in the helicopter, and Batman catches a gargoyle to him, and
oh yeah, that's right.
So that's it, guys. That is Batman the video game.
Yep.
That's the whole thing.
Yep.
Pretty short, but you know, it took me a lot of practice to be able to get all the way through it that quickly. Obviously, that's not the first time I played this, so
yeah.
This is definitely one that I would recommend if this is your kind of thing. Yeah, it's a good game.
Alright. Hope you all enjoyed.
Suzuki Keiichi.
Alright.
Alright, we're